Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Gemini, we're doing energy check-in. This week, we're going to check in on your energies, like a little energy doctor, a little tarot doctor. I'm going to come in and check your energy, Gemini. It is general, so it may or may not resonate. If it doesn't, you're drawn to it. There is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. Ooh, your split has got a lot of fire. A lot of fire on your split. We are going to use the Wild Unknown, both Oracle and Tarot decks. And I have my teeny tiny itty bitty Everyday Witch Tarot for clarification if I need to. And I like to. So, Gems, it is really rainy and gray here today. So that's really all I have to say. So let's get into your reading. All right, Gemini's current energy. What's going on with Gemini? Part of themselves to look at a little more closely, just to feel seen and heard, perhaps. Let's look at Gemini's current energy. That was weird. I split it into 4. Doesn't happen very often. Oh. Wow, you got the dragon. But this is funny. I'm hearing that this is your energy because that's what I'm asking. What is your current energy? You have been coming in like really, like a really spiritual driven creature lately. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, the last few readings I've been doing for you guys have been sort of off the charts in terms of intuition and connecting spiritually and divinely. And now I feel like we're at the climax here with pulling out the dragon card. For me, the dragon card is the eye of God that I get with this card. It's the most ancient of ancient energies. And you're pulling it out here. What are you connecting with? And it's almost becoming you. You're almost melting in to whatever the spiritual connected energy is. If you've watched my other, I think the last couple readings I did of Gemini, and they resonated with you, this is just really kind of telling me that it's almost difficult to explain. You're really tapped in. I'm seeing the Tree of Life. I'm hearing Akashic Records. So really, really tapped in to your divine destiny here. Really tapped in a big way. You may have been experiencing some level of, ascension, higher consciousness, sprouting forth feelings and emotions. Just, gosh, drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water, Gemini. Wow. Okay, I like that this coming out. It's giving me a little more depth. Holy shit, Gemini, what are you doing? Okay, at the bottom you have the lizard. And now the lizard is very empathic energy. The lizard comes through in this deck as a reminder about how empathic you actually are. And to take the time to sit on a rock, sit in that sunny, warm place, isolated from other energies, and sunbathe, energy bathe. If you have really delicate skin, you burn really easily, take medications. Some people take medications too that make their skin really sensitive to the sun. Moon gaze. I always look at the moon as an opportunity to sun gaze through a filter, right? So this just like letting yourself into the natural light, also removing your energy from outside sources that can deplete you. Recognizing when you're being depleted and pulling away when you need to is really important. And then look what you have at the back. My ancestral card. My ancestral guide card. The bat. Wow. Like you are on some really... I want to know who the hell is coming to my channel. The comments are closed off, so just tell me. Maybe it's better that way. I just like to read. I don't want to be influenced by people's interpretations of what's going on. It's all good. You take it for yourself. You own it. You love it. So... bat and lizard and the dragon. I almost feel like I'm doing a reading for God, him, herself. But really, we all are. We really all are, because that's where our source comes from. We're just like little sparks of God's source that's been like exploded out into the universe to have an experience and to grow and expand, and at some point to all come back in again. You're connecting. You've removed some filters. You've found an opening. You've created a portal. I don't know what you're doing, because this is literally the third reading, I'm pretty sure, in a row. It's at least the second. I think it's the third, where you are like just blowing up spiritually, psychically, clairvoyantly. I think I even used that word. All your voyants are being opened up. And now here, if you have hit a cusp. You can't go higher than this. Whatever this is, whatever you're tapping into, this is almost the energy of, it's beyond like the energy of an oracle. It's almost, to me, the energy of, oh gosh, what is the term? Like a prophet, that's it. I'm always really nervous about that, though. I'm really nervous about that. And it's not so much what a prophet can be, because it is an oracle in a sense, but being sort of chosen. See, now this is the key. If you're thinking here in this reading, yeah, I always wanted to be a prophet. I know I'm a prophet. People need to hear what I have. You are not the prophet. You are not the prophet. The prophet is someone who really probably doesn't want to do it. It's really, I really would rather just go lay on the rock and stay warm. Yeah, because humanity takes the prophet and then they create something which really wasn't even meant to be created around the prophet. It's just, the prophet just came to tell you some shit that was kind of relevant to that time period and human growth. Take it now. Do what you will. All right. You know, and then we get all uptight about that shit. No, you need to do this. 2,000, 1,800, whatever, 1,000 years later. That's what they said. Well, you know what? People evolve in a lifetime. So I kind of like, societies and people evolve an awful lot in lifetimes. That's what I get nervous about prophet. It's what humanity does with it. And it's also false prophets. The world is full of false prophets. The world is full of false emperors. Ego-driven maniacs. I'm telling you, if you were in this reading and you were saying, I know I'm the prophet, I want to give that info. I get people sending me messages all the time telling me they're Jesus. I don't know how many Jesuses are out there. Like, we all God's source, but Jesus was a specific prophet. Just leave him alone, let him be him. Nobody's coming back as Jesus. And honestly, if you were Jesus, I don't think you really need to reach out to me through YouTube or anything. You probably have better things to be doing. It's me, okay? Sorry. I just see this stuff from the spiritual aspect, and I just like, that's bullshit. You know what? People, come on. Oh, you have the Six of Swords. Holy crap. You are being guided. Oh my God. I feel like oh my gosh. Emperor and the Nine of Swords. I'm telling you, if this reading is meant for you, if you do not want this, if you are literally sitting here and thinking, because it's, to be like this sort of information, to be like a prophet, this goes beyond oracle, is to be a target of discrimination, to be basically a target. This isn't anything that anyone who really truly was a prophet would want to do or be. And I see anxiety here with the Emperor. This is like really being a leader. This is being a leader in some element. Now, this can come out in your life in so many ways. There can be all sorts of mini prophets around the world. There doesn't have to be just one big one, but maybe there will be one day. I don't know. But this is like, you could literally just be someone who, you could be talking with friends and just out of the blue, you just quote some sort of poetry or Shakespearean like quote. You just say something. And then you get your water from the water cooler, and then you keep going. And it has a profound effect on maybe everyone in the group or one person in the group. But that's what that is. And then you may get some people that start to look at you as like, you know what? Gemini has the answer. I bet you they know this. So there is a sense of responsibility that comes with this. I get like a kind of a, I feel that Nine of Swords energy for sure. Because also there are messages that you will need to convey at times that people won't like to hear. People, but that's based on their developed stereotypes and understanding of labels through their experience as opposed to the divine truth and reality of existence. This is not an easy energy, Gemini, and you are being guided by source. I'm just going to put it at that, because even just the statement of God is unfortunately so stereotyped. Because God is often being depicted. Okay, so man will use religion and oracles and aspects of mankind, individuals within mankind, will use the power that exists in one being that could be simply whole and truthful and untainted by the subconscious reflexes of humanity. And then those that do not have this, they will use it to their advantage, and they will use it to get power. This is where you get the false emperors. See, the real emperors are the ones that don't want to do it. The Nine of Swords, the ones that would rather not do it. And you may also show up in a way in life where you will give people the tools, the information that they need to succeed. Maybe you show up at work as a leader, or maybe you have a position in your church or your spiritual group or religious group as some kind of a leader. But this is the kind of energy where you lead by example. If you can follow me, follow me. If you can't, find your path, is a little bit how you can kind of keep this pure. It's the ones that come in and they almost, it almost just feeds their ego that people want to come to them for information, Gemini. I feel like I have a whole bunch of readers that have come into this reading. A whole bunch of readers, a whole bunch of people that are in somehow in positions of authority. And this position of authority could be like your own younger siblings coming to you often for guidance. You are literally, if you can be completely unbiased and look beyond your own life experience too, because your one life experience, my one life experience, is not the whole reality of spiritual existence. It's just not. So to be able to look beyond that, this is a big reading, Gemini. I feel like I'm giving you like a big talk. Maybe that's what I meant to do. This is a big talk about this. Maybe this is also for some of you that have come in and go, yeah, I'm the prophet, I'm the oracle. You are not. That is just the worst energy ever. I've dealt with people like that, and it's just so ego-based. I tell you, God doesn't have an ego. Jesus was washing people's feet, hanging out with the hookers and the poor. Come on, like that. And I just see so much people, I'm following Jesus, but yeah, you'd be the first one to throw stones at people's glass houses. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm almost channeling this for you. Like, that's what you're going to have to say sometimes. You're going to have to come out and just tell people straight up, you need to look at yourself in the mirror before you look at everybody else. That's also part of this energy. Oh my God. Gemini. No. I know, but you see, I can open up the comments, but the people or the individual, whoever this is coming into this reading, would not comment. I'm not meant to know who you are. Maybe nobody else is through this, but this is a very incredible energy. I don't know that I've ever pulled this kind of, like, you feel with this lizard card, you literally feel the plight, the struggle, the joy, the sadness, the grief, the anger of human experience through the individuals that you connect with. It is important to protect your energy. It is very important to clear your energy. Crystals, saltwater baths, moonlight gazing, anything that you can find that works really well with you. Singing bowls, saging, all of that. I honestly, though, feel like anyone who's resonating with this and has resonated with the other readings lately for Gemini is already doing this. You've already got some sort of a spiritual practice. This is almost just a reminder about how important that practice is to keep your energy whole here. You're literally like sandwiched between the divine and ancestral guides, and they're leading you. They are leading you on a path. And it does feel an awful lot like this path has something to do with a very strong leadership position for you in this lifetime. The fact that it has the Nine of Swords, it just tells me so strongly, if you're resonating with it, that you are meant for it, because it gives you some form of mental anxiety. You know, see, Gemini is very dual. Gemini is almost on some level, I'm not really great at astrology. I'm really not, to be honest. I just delve in and out of it. I hope when I have more time in life, I can really research it and get even deeper into it, because a little bit of knowledge can be dangerous. So don't go too far with it, but Gemini is dualistic, and it is often about, yes, but you see, but that's actually the spiritual experience, is that yes, this can be, but it can also be this. So on some level, even just in that, you are naturally in this energy. So it's almost like you have gone through your own spiritual journey. You have really looked at the hard aspects of life. You've kind of realized that, you know, maybe not every relationship is meant for this connection with you, and not every relationship that you perhaps even to want to connect with is meant for you. And releasing to just the journey, because that's the experience. That's the experience we're all meant to have, is just releasing to the journey. What you learned 20 years ago may not even be something that you can apply now. And it's actually funny that I say that. It brings something up. So I've been watching on Netflix all the Seinfelds. I watch them while I'm making dinner, because, you know, it's an easy kind of thing. And one of the things that I find so fascinating about watching Seinfeld is that it took place at a time period before the internet, before cell phones, before really like so much of, I don't even think he had a microwave. Like, yeah, no. So, but because it was about the mundane, because it was, like he said, about nothing, you see every aspect of that. I'm watching the show and I'm thinking, you couldn't make that show today, because half the time they're miscommunicating. They don't know where each other is. They're fighting for a payphone. There's like none of that is relatable to now. And that's what I'm talking about. Like prophets, oracles, information that comes into humanity. You know what? You need to reassess it, because even 20 years ago, it's obsolete. You can't have that storyline today. It wouldn't work. You just pick up the cell phone and there's no story. It would be a 5-minute show as opposed to 20 minutes with ads. So this is like releasing to the journey, you know, and maybe even some of you, this is just about being a goddamn big leader in your life, a really big leader in your life, and not deviating from it. People might tell you, oh, that's crazy. People might try to convince you too that you need them for certain things. And that's also the kind of thing that will pull in. That's sort of vampire energy, right? Vampiring someone's energy, and kind of manipulative. But, you know, that's the sort of thing that you might be dealing with. So it is very, very important that you take on this emperor. If not for anyone else, at least for yourself. Because your journey, perhaps you are not meant to be like a vocal oracle. Perhaps you are meant to be an oracle through music. Maybe you create beautiful melodies, and people listen to them, and it just raises up their vibration, and they feel so good again. Maybe you're meant to create paintings that people look at and they get lost and they find their soul. You know, maybe you're just meant to live your life as holy as you possibly can, and that is an example to others. There are so many ways that you can come out as this prophet. This is not just an oracle. This is a prophet, but this is like pushing the boundaries of what that really means. I would like to imagine that at some point in human evolution, every single human on earth will be a true prophet to one another. And that would be really the sense of spirit, the spirit realm being completely present and consciously celebrated and understood through all aspects of humanity. I think we're pretty far away from that now, but this is so beautiful, Gemini. It's, yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at this. Did I pull out tarot? Yeah, just the one, just the Six of Swords, which is spirit guiding you, going on the path. Where are you going? I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's see. Look at that. I don't know. Can it even be explained? Look at the splits. It's Chariot and the High Priestess. Chariot and the Four Wands. I just feel like, almost feel like the lizard energy might even be part for grounding you back to earth. What was it? I remember reading, there was, I can't remember who it was, a spiritual leader who, you know, and monks can do this. Anybody can do this through strict practice, meditation. You know, you can actually take full control of all of the organs in your body. You can regulate your own blood pressure. You can regulate your heart rate. You can regulate your kidney function. There's so many things that you can end up doing. And there was one religious leader, I cannot remember who he was. It was years ago that I watched this, and he was preparing to exit. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but to show you how strongly one can be connected spiritually and then lose the earth realm. I believe he pretty much got everything in order, and then he went, I think he told people, yeah, I'm going to leave. I'm leaving tomorrow at noon. And he was at a conference or something. He finished his speech. He went and he sat in his chair. He closed his eyes and he died. It was just like that. Like, it was just, I'm done now. I'm leaving. But I really don't feel like you are. I feel like this is more about grounding it, keeping it here, keeping it going. There's a lot that you're sort of meant to do in this lifetime. And I'll tell you, you have absolutely incredible support. If there's anything that you're thinking about doing right now or hoping that you could achieve, if it is in your higher good and the higher good of humanity, you're going to do it. You're going to hit it. You're on your way. You definitely are. The Six of Swords. Really bounced around. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Jeez. I don't know. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just, wow. It feels really good. I mean, it's spiritually driven. And this is changing circumstances. This is, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is also a 10. And to me, that's also very much about making achievements. And sometimes those achievements are releasing heavy burdens. Sometimes those achievements are making it to the top of the mountain. For whatever reason, why you need, well, the top of the mountain is kind of where you would find the oracle or the, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. What are you going to do to come into your readings, Gemini? What you guys have been doing, and who's coming in here? Well, thank you for the honor of doing this reading. I will say that. We have the Strength card, the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Look at that. You have the strength and the leadership here to help build things. And it could be helping to build community. And this community, again, you know, don't make it seem like to change the world or to make a better place in the world that you have to create like an empire. Or sometimes it's literally just a couple of individuals in your community, and then that is just kind of making them believe in humanity again, making them believe in themselves again, and then they carry that forward. It can sometimes just show up as like one event with one person. That is important enough. And then here it is. And it's just, it's a drive to new beginnings, and it's a drive to real, true happiness here. The Nine of Cups is coming out more and more to me as that spiritually connected individual. Hearing the universe hearing you, and the sort of just the peace that can be brought in with that. So that's your energy check-in. Oh my gosh, Gemini, I'm going to do the extended. I don't even know. I really don't even know. I mean, what advice do I give you? I don't know. I think I'll just poke. I won't give advice. I can't give advice. Well, I guess the universe could. But I feel like just going to keep it open for the extended if you're drawn to it and you want to go there. I'm just going to pull out cards and see what the universe tells you. We're going to leave it at that. Until next time, Geminis, you be gentle with yourselves. Bye.